This is the set of 20 and this is the set of 10. You tell me which one looks prettier. Hello guys. It's been so long since I've filmed. I feel like I've kind of forgot how it's supposed to go. But I've made a video plan, so I'm gonna try and stick to the process. But otherwise, guys, I feel a bit nervous, but I'm very excited to be sitting down and filming again. Hello guys. I'm pretty sure if you're not new to my channel, you might be surprised to see my face randomly pop up again. I'm gonna save you the excuses, guys. Life, but I found the time to sit down and film this video and I'm a bit more settled down now. If you don't know, I recently started studying, so my time has been completely taken up by other things. I don't know, I just felt this need or excitement again to get back on YouTube and film. I did say I wasn't going to quit filming YouTube videos. They would just be significantly reduced. But 3 months, yeah, it's too much, guys. I am so ready to come back and sit down and film. I read some of your comments. I know some of you said you missed my videos, you wish I was back, and I really appreciate those. I mean, there's only a few of them, but those that I did read or the ones I managed to skim through, I really appreciate it, and it made me feel so guilty every time I read a comment that said I miss your videos. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a promise to myself. Before the end of June, I need to get back onto YouTube. So here I am, guys. I hope you're happy to see my face again. I am very happy to be back. One thing that's really surprised me while I've been away for the past 3 or 6 months. Okay, the last video I posted was 3 months ago, and I think before that it was also another 2 months. So basically 5 months. But during that time that I've not really been active, I am so surprised that my channel continues to kind of be active and engaged with you guys. So if you're new here, or if you're not new here and you continue to check out my videos, then thank you so much, guys. It really warms my heart, no matter how cliche that sounds. It really does. So that's also really inspired me to jump back for those of you who still want to see content from me. So enough of my little intro, I just had to say that as a welcome back type of thing. Okay, so moving on to the topic of today's video. I've been wanting to film this video literally since last year. Time just got away with me. I wanted to film a 10 versus 20 press on nail video. I hope that title makes sense. If it doesn't, it will make sense as we go on through the video. But basically it could be 10 versus 20 versus 24. But in general, 10 versus 20 press on nails, and my experience with it and my advice to anyone who ever wondered what's the difference between selling 10 versus selling 20 press on nails. So if you're brand new to the press on nail business world, I'm just going to quickly touch on why it matters and what the difference is, because I know when I was first starting, I wasn't really clear on why there were 20-piece sets and 24-piece sets and 10-piece sets. Now, obviously, humans have 10 sets, well, in general, humans have 10 sets of fingernails, so it makes sense to just make 10 nails. But that's not actually how it works. Everyone has different hand sizes, and that means everyone has different nail sizes. So when you're buying a full cover nail tips, you often see them in packs of 100 pieces, 500 pieces. I've even seen some for 240 pieces, some for 600 pieces, kind of random numbers. So within these sets and pieces, the nails are further divided into sizes, which can range from, on average, 0 to 9. So size 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or you'll also see some ranging from 0 or 1 to 11, which makes things a bit more complicated. I know before I started hand measuring my nails, the sizing got really confusing because some packs had sizes 0 to 9 and some packs had sizes 1 to 11. And I always advise you hand measure each set of nails you do, so that whichever brand you buy from, depending on which sizes they have available, you know exactly the sizes for each different brand. I'll recommend that you write them down somewhere so you don't have to keep measuring all the time. But I'll try and link below any of my videos that have me demonstrating how I hand measure the nails. But definitely hand measure your nails to avoid any customer complaints for wrong sizing. Okay, so in conclusion, to answer the question of what's the difference and why it matters, is because different brands have different amounts of pieces and different brands have different size ranges. So it's very important that we get our size sizing correct. If we're buying from one brand that's offering size 0 to 9, then you'll get a total set of 20 nails. But if you're buying from another brand that's offering sizes 0 to 11, then you'll get a total of like 24 pieces. Guys, talking makes me so thirsty. Okay, so moving on to the actual comparison, I'm going to first talk about selling a set of 10 press-on nails, then I'll move on to talk about the sets of 20 press-on nails, and then after I'll actually demonstrate making both sets so that you can physically see it if you're interested in that. Okay, making and selling a set of 10 press-on nails. Okay, so I'm going to talk a lot, so I would recommend you get a piece of paper or your notes app and take notes as you're listening because there's a lot to take in, I think. Okay, so from my experience and my press-on nail business, I was selling press-on nails in sets of 10. The main reason for this is the significantly less amount of time I have to sit and spend doing nails. Now remember, if you're doing a set of 10, you're basically using 50% less of your time, less of the products and the polishes. Now when you're making a lot of orders, especially in the long run, you don't want to be wasting a lot of time sitting down doing high quality nails, which can take you anywhere from 1 to 2 hours just for one set, depending on how complex the design is. Now imagine if you're doing a set of 20 nails for one customer, and that one customer could order like 2 or 3 different designs from you. Imagine all that time you have to spend making 20 nails. So for me and my experience making nails, the main reason I decided to sell in sets of 10 is the significantly less amount of time it takes to make a set of 10 nails. Okay, so another point with selling a set of 10 press-on nails, this is going to be a con. In order for you to get your customer's correct size, you either have to send out sizing kits, which the customer can pay extra for, but it means that they have to wait a bit longer for their nails rather than ordering directly with their sizes ready to go. So if you are going to send out sizing kits, I would advise having the customer pay extra for it so that it's less of a cost to you. Now the other option than sending out sizing kits, which is what I did, was having the customer measure their nails themselves. So that means you have to produce a sizing chart. Check out my video on sizing kits and sizing charts. I will link it below. Now the thing is, your customer might not measure their nails properly, so you run into problems of improper sizing. This could go either way. It could be the fault of the customer or it could be the fault of you. To reduce the fault of it being on you, I highly recommend that you measure your own nails accurately so that you know for your own peace of mind that your sizes are accurate, and then you just take whatever the customer gives you. Otherwise, you can ask them to pay a little fee so that you can remake and send them the size that was wrong. Or on the other hand, if the fault is on you, then you may have to maybe send out free sets for compensation or as a sorry to keep good customer relations for giving out a wrong size, which of course is an extra cost to you. So definitely measure your sizes so that you reduce the risk being on you. And also, side note, don't be discouraged if customers come to you complaining about wrong sizes. Just handle it calmly and professionally, and you'll be surprised that you can actually get repeat customers. Some of my earlier repeats and loyal customers, I didn't really have the best of starts. You know, there was some sizing issues, some delivery issues, but because of the way I handled it and they were happy with the final product, they still came back and bought from me multiple times. So whatever happens, just handle each situation calmly and professionally. Okay, so point number 3 with selling a set of 10 press-on nails. This one might be a bit superficial / not as important as the other points, but for me, I just find that a set of 10 nails looks so much prettier in your packaging. In fact, I have my packaging. Let me just go get that. This is the set of 20 and this is the set of 10. You tell me which one looks prettier. I mean, it all looks pretty because I think the design is just cute and pretty. But personally, I just think this looks so much cuter and neater. So I prefer selling a pack of 10 because it just looks cuter. But when I do sell a set of 20, not when I sell like a set of 20 nails, but like when I sell 2 different designs, so I would just package them like this. I would have one design here, another one just below. So selling a set of 10 is easier to fit in your packaging. I'll also try and insert a clip of when I had the packaging in the boxes so you can see that as well. That's just personal preference though. I mean, you could think that this is cuter than this or think that this is cuter than this, and I think this is cuter. Basically, my point with the packaging is with a set of 10 nails, you take up less room in your packaging, which means you can fit maybe 1 or 2 extra sets on your packaging, which is less cost for less shipping of extra packages. Sometimes I just talk from my brain and I hear myself and I'm thinking I make sense, but I might not always make sense to everybody. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so moving on to my final point. This kind of links to my first point about it taking less time. Yes, it takes less time, but also you can do more designs in a shorter space of time. So within that same hour, you could even do custom sets. Now, I've had custom sets which I've done at the same price as my regular sets, but they actually take me longer. But because they're only in a set of 10 nails, I personally didn't mind taking that extra time to do a custom order for around the same price as my other set of nails. That's just a little point to think about. Doing custom sets on a set of 10 nails may be much easier than doing a custom set on a set of 20 or 24 piece nails. So I want to quickly show you how I make sets of 10. Here I have the standard nail sizes from size extra small to large. So when a customer makes their order, they simply select their size and then I'll make it according to this sizing chart. So first up, I place all 10 nails on a nail stand using white tack. My nails are already prepped. I buff them and put a base coat on, and then I go straight in with alternating pink nails. I let that cure for 60 seconds, and I go straight in with another pink coat to make the color more vibrant. Then moving on to the design, I decided to do this really cute and simple floral daisy design, which is just basically 4 white dots that I lightly dragged into the center and then put a yellow dot to make the flower complete. I curled up for 60 seconds, then went in and applied a clear top coat. While I was packaging, I made sure to file the tips of the nails so that they were nice and straight. And there we have this really cute set of 10 nails. Moving on, I'm now going to talk about selling sets of 20/24 piece nails. So as I said before, these numbers are going to come from brands that sell sizes ranging from 10 to 11, and that's where you get the awkward numbers of 20 to 24 piece sets. So the points for these are basically going to be the opposite of selling 10 piece sets. Point number 1, the most obvious con for selling a set of 20 or 24 piece sets is the amount of time it's going to take you to make one order. And by one order, I mean for one design. Again, one single customer could order a bunch of different designs from you. So that means you're going to have to sit there and make 20, 40, 60, 80, who knows how many sets of nails for one customer for just a few designs. Do the math. It really depends on how much time you're willing to give. Another point I will say related to this though is that it might restrict the type of designs you can do. So with a set of 10 nails, you can do more intricate designs that might take a little bit more time, but not too much time. But if you're doing really intricate designs on sets of 20 or 24 piece nails, that's going to take you almost double, if not more time to make that single design. So if you are going to do sets of 20 or 24 piece nails, then I would highly advise you keep your designs super simple. And that's where this design example came from. So a lot of the nails are pretty simple and plain. And then I just have a few of the flower designs which didn't take too long. So yeah, depending on how much time you're willing to give, maybe you can do more complex designs for custom orders so that the customer can pay extra for your extra time. But otherwise, for the designs that you're going to sell on your website or on your Instagram, I would recommend that you keep them super simple. Simple but cute. Okay, so point number 2, when you sell a set of 20 to 24 pieces, this will mean your cost will increase a little bit more, if not double. I mean, it's basically like you're making 2 sets for one person or one order compared to making a set of 10 nails for one design. So when you're using the nail polish, you're basically using extra polish for the extra nail sizes that you're making. That means you'll have to pay for more supplies more frequently. Now I know that so far I'm not really selling the benefits of selling 20 to 24 press-on nails, but the main benefit and reason why some press-on nail businesses may choose to sell 20 or 24 pieces, even though it takes longer, even though it might have its limitations, one good thing about selling so many nails is that it means you don't have to send out sizing kits. The customer doesn't have the burden of measuring their own nails, which means less chances of sizing problems. When you do get those problems of sizing and you have to resend out sets, even though for good customer service you might not ask the customer to pay an extra fee, it's still your extra time and money you're putting in, which could have been avoided if you just sent out all the sizes at once and you don't have to worry about any sizing issues. I really hope you're taking notes, guys, because at the end of the day, this is going to be your own conclusion. Now, relating back to that point, I will say that when your customer does receive the extra nails, there is a lot of wastage. You've just spent all that time making a set of 20/24 pieces of nails, but realistically, your customer is not going to fit all of those sizes, so it's just going to end up in the bin. So that's something you might want to think about. Even though you're using all of your sizes and sending them off, there is still wastage because your customer is not going to use all of those sizes. Personally, for me, with the extra nails that start to build up, you know, the ones that I don't send out, I just use those for making new designs on and taking pictures and advertising, because for advertising purposes, unless I'm actually putting the nails on my fingers and I need my own sizes, it doesn't really matter. As long as I've got a good picture of the nails, then I can use any type of size. Okay, so point number 4, like I said, with the 10 sets of nails, this might be very minor or it could be a huge thing. Depending on your type of packaging, you have to consider whether or not those 20 or 24 pieces will fit on your packaging. If not, it may mean you have to have an extra package just for one customer, which means extra costs, delivery costs, basically using up more of your supplies to send out one order. Or try and think of packaging that can accommodate both 10 and 20 sets. So if you ever decide to switch it up, then you can do so without having any extra problems. So using mine as an example, this is a set of 20 nails and I've managed to fit them all onto one package. So if a customer orders 2 designs, then I would have 2 of these, and I still managed to fit 2 of these in my bubble mailers. So that's something to consider. Think about your packaging and what you can manage to fit on that same packaging. Okay, so don't worry guys, we're nearly at the end of the video, but the final point I want to mention, which can be super important and a point to take note of, if you're going to do a set of 20/24 pieces, maybe consider finding a vendor or someone else to make the nails, because for a customer, not having to measure the nails can be super convenient. So if that's something you really care about, then maybe try and find a vendor. Now, I'm not too experienced with press-on nail vendors, but I do know that some press-on nail businesses have vendors that they just buy the nails from, package with their brand and sell, which is basically pretty much genius. Of course, that means you don't get the custom designs and you don't get to make your own personalized designs for your brand, but that's just something you can think about. Maybe you can do some designs yourself with 10-piece nails, or maybe you can find a vendor to sell the 20/24 pieces. That will just cut down on your costs and your time. But of course, if you can't find a vendor or you just want to make the nails yourself, then I would also advise, as I said before, to keep your designs as simple as possible, so that even though you're making so many nails, it still won't take you as long. I honestly feel like you could make these in less than 1 hour because they are so simple. But if I was doing one of my more fancy designs, then that would take me double the time. So yes, so those are basically the points that I can think of right now. If I think of any more, then I'll either write it in the description or I'll comment it below. Or if there's any other points that you can think of, then please do comment below and we can help each other out. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I made this set of 20 nails. So one really important thing when you're making a set of 20 or 24 is to look at your sizing charts and then look at which fingers you want your design on and then circle those. So for example, for me, I wanted the designs on the index and middle finger. So circling all of those numbers, I then could tell which sizes I needed to do the designs on. So here, as you can see, these nails from this brand go from 0 to 9. And then I picked out the nails that I want to do the designs on, which is 4, 5, and 6. It really can be as simple as that, guys. I then just place the nails on the nail stands in their normal numerical order. started on prepping the nails, which is buffing and a base coat. So it's basically just the same as before, except this time we have to be careful which nails we do the plain color and which nails we do the design on. So that's why it was very important to pick beforehand which nails or which nail sizes you're going to do your design on, and that will make it so much easier to just go straight in and paint the nails. This means I painted sizes 0 to 3 in pink and also 8 and 9, and then I did the design on sizes 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so this is how the nails are looking so far. I'm going to go in with the second layer for the pink, add a top coat, cure for 60 seconds, and that should be me all done. And I can start with the packaging. If you've never seen me package my nails before, I basically take some cards that have my brand on, and then I cut up pieces of double-sided tape, stick that down across the card, and then stick on my nails on top. And there we have it, guys, a set of 20 nails ready for the customer to pick and choose. And here they are all together looking so cute. Now I know that was a lot of information to take in, so if you haven't been taking notes, I'll also try and make like a summary table of the pros and cons between 20 versus 10 sets of nails. So feel free to pause the video, guys, to read and take in this chart. Okay, we have made it to the end of the video, guys. So in conclusion, my own conclusions from this video. If you have the time, the energy, the money to do 20 to 24 pieces of nails in each set, then go ahead, but also consider the designs, consider your packaging, and consider the costs. And if you're going to do 10 like me, in conclusion, I would recommend that you measure all your nails so that you are sure of the sizes for each different type of brand, depending on if it's sizes 0 to 9 or 0 to 11, so that on your end, you know that it's not your fault if there's any sizing problems with your customers. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it was somewhat helpful. I know for me, when starting out, I would have appreciated a video like this, so I hope it helps someone out there, whether or not you started already or you want to rebrand or just boost your business even more. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me. I'm honestly surprised at the amount of support I get, even when I'm not active. And for that, guys, I thank you, and I will try my absolute best to keep filming. Don't hold me to it, but I won't disappear for 3 months again, or I will try my best not to, because I do feel guilty every week that goes by and I don't post. Anyways, guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye.